Hey everyone, it's Alex Sigrist, and today we start level 2.5 lockdown at midnight. Yay! Hey, what's up everyone? It's Alex Sigrist. We are here hanging out in Seoul in my room because lockdown, also because I'm sick. Don't worry, I know the first thing that comes to your head is he's probably got coronavirus, or does he have coronavirus? And the answer is no, I have the flu, but I'm kind of more aware of the fact that I don't want to spread anything to anyone, especially during this time to have a double pandemic, or what do you call it, like a double wave of the flu plus coronavirus. So I'm staying inside. I only have to go out for work maybe 3 times this week for an hour each time. It's something ridiculous like that, which is great. But here we are in my room. Should probably have chosen what to wear more carefully. This is me and Mark from our radio show that we were on before. That's me. Mark drew this. It looks the same, right? Yeah, I'm in my pajamas here. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I should probably have taken more care of myself, but I'm not, because I spent the whole weekend inside. We are in level 2.5 lockdown in Seoul from midnight Tuesday, which would be technically December 8th, right? What does that mean? What do we have to know? And where do we find this information? Starting off with, what does that mean? Now, I got a lot of my information from a Facebook page as well as the KDCA website. I will link all of that down below. There are 2 Facebook pages and the 1 KDCA website, the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency homepage. Here's what level 2.5 means in Seoul, Incheon, Gyeonggi-do for 3 weeks. That's the surrounding areas of Seoul, while the rest of the country goes on level 2. Everything's like closing at 9 o'clock. So movies need to be done by 9. Dining should be done by 9, although we had that before, but that's just continuing on. Continuations like cafes can be open, but no seating inside. That's an issue. Here's a list of things that I got from the Korea COVID-19 updates Facebook page. Big changes. Weddings have to be capped at 50 people, which is a huge deal here in Korea because you make your money off of people that come to the wedding and give you money as the wedding gift to pay off the wedding that is really expensive. So that's a big issue for a lot of people. Gatherings at hotels, guest houses, and party rooms are going to be banned. Movie theaters, PC rooms, barbershops, beauty salons, study rooms have to close at 9. And large grocery stores and department stores. So be aware of that. You can't do your late night shopping at Home Plus or eMarts or whatever. KTX and express buses only allowing 50% capacity. That's a big deal because it'll surprise you if you have to go somewhere. Those tickets will sell out kind of fast. So you got to get there early or do it online early. There's no standing room only on the KTX. So make sure that you have a seat if you need to go somewhere in Korea. They're closing jjimjilbangs, which is a big deal because jjimjilbangs and saunas were open, but like certain rooms weren't open, like the steam rooms or whatever. So now they are closed, which probably should have happened a while ago. Religious facilities are urged to take services online, but they can still hold them with 20 people. No eating and drinking in any of these places that I mentioned. So like a movie theater, you can't have popcorn, basically, because you got to keep your mask on the entire time. Schools allow 1/3 capacity for the student body, and no spectators at sports games. Wow, we have a lot going on. We had 615 cases for Sunday. That's Monday's numbers. And then on Saturday, there were 631 cases. Why that's a big deal in Korea is that we haven't had a spike on the weekend yet. Normally, weekend numbers dip because we have way less cases tested, I should say. But the fact that we had less testing and more cases shows that we are kind of in the middle of a spike time. So it'll be really interesting to see what the numbers are on Tuesday for us. Seoul and Gyeonggi-do and Incheon are the biggest contributors to this high number, and that's kind of what's scary. We've had around 250 for both days in Seoul alone, and that's only reported cases on the day. There are more people walking around with it that don't know they have it. There are people that have had it for the last few days and are just now entering quarantine, or yesterday just entering quarantine. So the risk of exposure for everyone in Seoul is actually pretty high. That number isn't, there's 244 people around Seoul walking right now with coronavirus. It's like the number is way higher, and that doesn't include asymptomatic cases. So it's something that we should all be definitely aware of. What I want to show you is this KDCA page, or the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency homepage. If you go to their homepage, which I will link down below again, you can check out this coronavirus disease 19 multilingual content. It's in Chinese, and it's in English. So if you click on the English button on the right-hand side over there, you can see the updates for cases in Korea as well as world updates by country, which is the most ridiculous chart ever because if you look at this pink line right here, it's basically just the US, and then there's India, Brazil, and then everyone else not doing nearly as bad as the US. So come on, America, get your act together. But on this page, what I found more interesting is that you can actually get the PDF. So as I'm searching around right now where I found it, it was media resources at the top right there. Then you click on that, and then you click on press release, which usually comes out in the afternoon in Korea. Once you get there, there's a whole lot of information that you can check out. They have confirmed cases by gender and age group. And what's scary about that is even though 20 to 40 looks like they have around 25% of the cases, 20 to 40 is more likely to have asymptomatic cases, which means it's probably way more than 25% of the cases are young people. So if you guys don't mind, stop going to bars and getting drunk until 9 just because you can, that'd be great. Other things you can see on this PDF that they release, local transmissions by city, by province, which is pretty standard. You can get that on most of the Facebook websites that I'll list down below. But they also show recent major local clusters. You can see in Seoul, there was a sauna, there was a musical practice center, a restaurant, a nursing home. That was in Gyeonggi-do. Local residents of a village, in Gyeonggi-do also had a breakout. But that's important to look at to remind yourselves that, hey, the places that I sometimes go to, musical practice center or a restaurant, can also have these breakouts, so you got to be careful on that one. You can see the daily number of people tested and the number of confirmed cases. And on the weekends, the number of tests go down, and the fact that it went up in confirmed cases this week is really bad. So just a reminder that, we're in a very tight situation right now. It's dangerous. It is not, I'm inside. I'm not going out for a while. Even though I'm sick, once I get better, I'm not going out. I will be keeping the number of people I can't, meet physically to a very minimum. I'm not sure I believe in, pure lockdown isolation, put yourself in a bubble, wear a hazmat suit when you go out. However, I am kind of looking at my friend circles and being all right, I need to make it as small as possible for the time being, because not only they might have it, the problem with being in media is I have to meet, producers and writers and other radio people all the time. So I'm actually at a higher risk for carrying the disease to my friends than vice versa. So consider that as we go into this 3 weeks of lockdown here in South Korea. And all over the world. America, you should be in a month of lockdown. I don't know what's going on over there, but the winter wave is real. Korea has not changed much. We might be going out a little bit more than we used to, but Korea is doing a better job than other countries when it comes to the citizens and the government of taking care of the virus, and we're still having the wave. Europe is going through a terrible wave right now. America's going through a terrible wave. If Korea is getting a wave, then everyone can easily get a wave. So please be careful. The vaccine is not out yet, and even then, young people like us, I don't know how young you are, but I'm not going to get it for a long time. So if y'all don't mind being good, I'll try to throw up more content if I can. I guess right now, you'll get some of this content, but I do have some videos I haven't edited yet. I have the full-length podcast from the Barely Functioning Adults podcast with Peter Bint. I'll throw that up. Why not? At some point this week. And yeah. Well, this is going to be fun. Hope you can eat well, whatever that means to you. It means eat healthy. It means eat comfort food. It doesn't really matter. Hope that you're happy. Hope that you're safe. Hope that your family and friends are safe. And I hope that you kind of join me in this kind of reduced social activity couple of weeks, because here we are. 2020 is not over, everyone. Just because the presidential elections are over doesn't mean 2020 is not over. It does mean, I don't know. And I will see you next time. Like the shirt? I do. That's me. Goodbye Haseyo. Ooh, that